What are you talking about? Oh, I'm tweaking. What did I just do? I should have put on all black.
Welcome to Atlanta,
The fact
Georgia,
that he actually got a
1996
video
Olympic
trying to
Games,
explain
Center
this
Park
stuff is
Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement
like,
for this one all week. Today,
like nothing. I'm gonna put this in the group chat, man. It's just goofy to me.
On a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia State Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me.
He got it, man.
We are ready to tee it up. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So James Madison's will have some work to do after that short return. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Looking downfield, it's Evans. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Duke in the hurry up.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Unloads quickly, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So after the first down run, here's second down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
The running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Touchdown, Dukes. They grab the early lead. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Georgia State Panthers offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The give to the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. And there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
There we go.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10.
I was telling him, but we got at least do 10,000. Like, shut up.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now from the 48-yard line.
So now he's saying that when he said that he wasn't talking, I guess he wasn't talking to a black screen.
He looks that one in nicely.
Trying to say he was actually talking to somebody.
Get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10.
Too legit to quit.
He wants to throw. Setting up the screen. At the 20, he's got space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt to return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got
too legit to quit.
Can't go too fast.
Too legit.
Right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of
Thank
those
you.
things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive.
Too legit to
this
quit.
is a back-and-forth type game.
Too
so
legit.
A lot to process.
Too legit to quit. Excuse me.
Looking to throw, it's Evans. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
What are you doing?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it.
Thank you.
And it's an incomplete pass.
I was going to say, we catch that.
And the Dukes will line up to punt it away.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Snap it to the back. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
What are you doing? Oh, Jesus. What are you? Press the video.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia State. A great catch and run for 6. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Evans. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I was finna say, that's what I'm talking about. Jump right over there to tackle him.
By that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front. On 3rd down, he drops the throw.
Oh, no, that's not called.
Down the left side.
Are you what?
And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Dukes are in the hurry up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Pocket starts to collapse. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Trying play action. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Dukes are rolling down the field. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage.
Touchdown, James
See, man, I just took control.
Put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. I tell you,
that's not a touchdown. That's not a touchdown.
Defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
Round and around, you're turning.
The play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways,
what's the word, player?
Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll line up for a second down play.
I already know.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
How about the play about the speed, man? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
And I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Riggs. They're sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, sure. I ain't
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Finds his man. It's Hurts. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Okay,
Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give out of the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Panthers.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Boise State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Evans. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
I'm about to eat up.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
No, you won't. No, you
and
won't.
This
No, you
gets
won't.
started from the 33, first and 10.
Good luck with that player.
He's going to pass. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime.
I don't even know, man.
And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
You never do.
We're set to crank it up here in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
Wide receiver shows motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hurts.
Drop that pass.
And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Oh, I'm talking about
by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
Whoa, why would I?
Couldn't get a block on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
Yeah. You can call it anyway. Let's see what we can do.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Woo, it didn't work.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll go with a direct snap.
Oh, okay.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Georgia State now has it in the red zone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job on the offense extending their lead.
And they thought about a return.
All right, we just got to play some defense, y'all. Please.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Looking to pass. It's Evans. Finds his tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The dude take quickly to the line.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down.
He's going to
oh my gosh, y'all.
Inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Dukes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25.
Already know.
James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop farmer and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Oh, my God.
Touchdown, James And once he got loose, it was all over. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They're bringing heat. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run.
I wish they would have kicked him.
I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. These two offenses have been locked in and going back and forth, David.
Been absolutely cooking. I mean, both offenses doing what they want. Now try to continue this, Jesse, down the stretch. Stay on fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now because of the way the other one's playing. So you can't falter. You can't have your service broken. You've got to stay aggressive.
Back to throw, it's Evans. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Catch in the middle, it's Knight. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes. He's fast. He's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots.
Touchdown, Dukes! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter.
Right.
They'll try the run. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They can really be aggressive after that last play in 2nd and 3. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's hard to stop great now. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently.
A
big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. Right. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. Makes a man miss. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And now on first down after converting with the run. Might as well give it to him again. How many guys are left grabbing for air as he gets it to the 26-yard line?
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the right. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
So then.
And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than
none of that.
You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep.
He's going to let one fly down the middle.
It
slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Dances away to buy time.
Oh, he's not fast at all.
At the 14-yard line. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down.
Nope.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's taking the shot. Brings it down on the right side. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And the Panthers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down.
Oh, he couldn't get in between them.
Get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Nope. Oh, my gosh. This is the most flukiest. Like, that just blew me to the max that he even just did all that.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Come on. I'm going to say, dude, hurry get over to the, what's it called?
But the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got a man, it's McGee. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal.
Got one,
timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Yes!
Touchdown,
Yes!
And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Please bring the ball out. Please bring. Okay, they're bringing it out. They're bringing it out.
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Got to get everybody.
We just can't let them get in the field goal range. The quarterback not going to run it. He going to just try to what's it called? Throw it away.
On 1st down. Fires to the wide out.
Woo!
Over the middle. It's Knight.
Okay, they finished. Yes. Hold on, little one. Just hold on, okay?
No time to waste here.
Hold on real quick. Hold on.
Looking to go up top on 1st down.
Oh! Yes! Thank you!
It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays.
Okay, let me see.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, we needed that. Thank you.